Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio and our Bat Challenge. That is the Bob's Angels 1000 Challenge. It's just that with the way that it works out, it's possibly going to be a while before we want any more of them. If we scroll down here a little bit, you start to see other upgrades coming through before we actually get into those too much. We've got the Cab Crawler. What's that getting us? Up here with this stuff, I've got these, wow. Just the sheer quantity of stuff, that's what we've researched already. We're not doing too bad. But the sheer mind-boggling quantity of stuff that we've got to research, like, this is absolutely insane. It's brilliant. I love just how detailed everything is on this mod. Like, there is so much to do. But I mean, literally at the moment, I think the best thing for me to do is to sit and wait for a minute. We've accumulated a few electronics blocks back up through there on the belt, which I think is absolutely wonderful. And it's not really going to make a great big deal of difference to us. So next, what I want to do is I want to make some more assembly machines. There's 10 of them that I've got manufacturing right now. And then I want to start planning out our new burner, our new ore crushing facilities. And we're going to be replacing the ones that we've got with the new ones. So we'll be using our robots to do this little job. But we need to design it first. So I'm going to design it using these. And I will make 10 of the ore crushers for now. And we'll just design it with this. Make a little blueprint out of it. And then we've got that one ready for when the mechanical refining bit is like in a position to be swapped over. Because if you look here at the moment, we're still waiting on a lot of this to be manufactured. I've got absolutely no copper coming down here at all at the moment because I've got very little copper actually wending its merry way through all of it. Oh. Have you run out? I think it's gotten blocked up there. We're going to need to go for a little bit of a run. It looks like we've gotten a little bit choked up with excess right in here. So we will wend our way up through here. You in there, you got 6. See, I've almost completely filled up with stone in here. And that does start to become a problem. So we're going to need a chest that we can put down for storage. Now, I've got a chest somewhere. At least yes, I do. There, I've got that big storage chest. So I'm going to just dump that one there. Unfortunately, it's got that symbol flashing on it, which I absolutely despise, so I don't want that. I'm just going to go for a standard big chest right there. We will use that one, and then we can empty out a few of these. I will take out a few bits of stone right there, like that. And that's got me enough space to be able to put the big chest into my bag in there. Right, and that one has been made, and there is the big chest. So I can dump that one down there. Am I close enough here? I might be. And drop all the stone in there. Oh, yes, excellent. Right, so I can load all the stone in there, and I can load it out in there, and I can load all the stone in, and I can unload it over there. See how this works? And do the same. Unload. You in here. Take what I can get, and dump in there. Right, that is everything that I can put into that one, so I will drop the rest over here. I'll make another one. I'm going to make 2 more of those chests right there so that we can ditch a little bit more. Don't need to worry about it so much with this one. Oh, actually, that one's completely full now. Alright, I'll take another load of stone. Ooh. Cannot insert stone. Please tell me I did already make... I've got the 2 chests over here. Right. I will put... I'm actually going to bring these chests over here. And put them side by side there. I'll drop that in like that. And then if I go up this way, I've got a little bit in there. And you over here, we're much the same. I've got some, but not masses. But these 2 are both completely full. And that's where we've run into a spot of bother. It's choked everything up. So I need to empty them out a minute. and move them into this one down here. There we go. That's looking a lot better. That is looking a lot cleaner. Right, I'll take that bit out. I'll take that bit out as well. Dump what I can into that chest. I'll dump what I can into this chest. And then I've got that one and that one. We've got a little bit. I got 22 stone in there. All right. That's right. That's at least moving that on. That was starving the copper supply coming in, which in turn was causing issues further down the line with this copper supply going through. So that's going to build back up again and allow everything to flow through. This is why I don't like manual emptying and dead ends anywhere in the line. I don't like having dead ends anywhere. I like everything to be able to be used so it can keep being used. If you've got one thing that is forming an issue like that, is causing a dead end, it eventually blocks up the entire system. And we didn't know about that blocking up the entire system until we realized that we were running out down here, by which time it sort of caused us quite a long delay. But we don't need to worry about that just now. So the next thing that we want to do is the burner ore crusher is the same size as the upgraded one, except the upgraded one is electricity rather than coal for power. So that's the only crucial difference, is that it'll take electricity rather than coal. We've got, at the moment, we don't have any upgrades on our furnaces, and the next upgrade, we don't have an upgrade here on the one we're working on. We don't have any furnace upgrades coming anytime soon. At least I don't think we do. Steel furnaces would be the next thing, wouldn't they? Steel furnace. Chemical processing, it's not going to be in there. Where would I find the first steel? I've got fluid burning boiler right there. That's not really good. Mechanical refining is the one that I want to work on. This is all refining, hydro refinings, logistics, silos. Ore silos, angels add-ons, logistics silos there. Those are big bad boys, these are. Look at these. Silo right there. It's a sapphirite silo. That one right there. Storage size 256. 256 full stacks in each one. They are really nice. They're really good silos. And then you've got the upgraded versions down here. Storage silos. They're 320 stacks in the basics, or 256 in the others. The basic storage is 320 stacks. I thought that they actually had even bigger silos than this somewhere, but I could be wrong on that. Those don't come into it until a fair bit later. The original, the first silos, the earlier silos, those are something that you can use quite a lot there. Those. Right there. So steel processing, this is those silos there. A basic silo has 256 empty slots on it, which you can use for all sorts. But these here, these are just the coal, sapphirite, giverite, stereotype. They only take the one recipe. That is changed from when I last used it. Steel processing in here. That's the one I was thinking about, was warehouses. That's another one that they've got. 768 stacks. And that'll just take everything. Works exactly the same as an iron or a steel chest, but it's got a lot more space in it. And then you've also got these, which are passive provider warehouses. 512 stacks on those, which is just insane. It is a genuinely insane quantity. It's good, though. It is absolutely wonderful and amazing. So steel, that's what we want. We want steel processing right there. And then when you get steel processing, that, I'm thinking somewhere, should unlock the next level of furnaces. We've got a steel axe. That one is a thing of beauty. That is a real thing of beauty. Mechanical components, construction components in here. Automation level 2. Let's speed things up a bit. Steel process. Where is the... I need the furnaces. I've got no furnace upgrades. Where are my furnace upgrades? Have we got a search facility? Oh, yes, we do. Right, search. Furnace. Let's try it. Ooh, there we go. Right. Fluid burning heat source. Advanced material processing gives me the steel furnace right there. That is production data core and green science analyzer. That's the one that I'm wanting. That's what I've been looking for. Wow. Okay. You need a huge amount of materials to be able to get down to unlock that one. That is a massive... Okay, it's going to be a while before we have... The reason I was going through was because I wanted to know if we were going to be upgrading from stone furnaces anytime soon. It would appear that we have no chance of upgrading from stone furnaces at any point in the next 50 million years, at least as far as gameplay is concerned. It's a good job we've got... It's a good job we've got, like, med packs and stuff that prolong our life in here, because if we didn't, we'd be in trouble. And now you can see the increase in copper is starting to make its way down here a little bit. It's slow going, but it is starting to make its way down through the system, which we'll be able to use all the way down through here, and it's going to start putting out a few more of them. But it's going to be a while before they get all the way over here. Not that it really matters, because we are wanting to just build our new system up that we've got here. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to make this work? I've got furnaces in there that I want to be able to play around with, so let's drop those in like that. We first want to have an ore crusher. Right? Now, I'm thinking that we take, say, 6 ore crushers. If we go for 6 ore crushers just to start with, and we can have a belt feeding in, and we can put 1 inserter into each just to start with. I don't know if 1 would be enough. It should be. And then I go with one of these coming out like that. I'm not going to do anything different on there. Then we're going to want belts. We'll go with the basic belts. We can always upgrade this later. And we'll run a belt going that way, and we'll run another belt going from over here. That's going to run over there. Now, this doesn't go even because I've got 2 of these, and that's going to go out to there like that. Although what we could do is I can make it run even. I can do that, because then I can put a splitter straight onto there like that. And we can filter from this splitter. If I go into the ore resource refining bit over here, I can filter out the crushed stone. Doesn't matter what else we're putting in here. If I filter out the crushed stone, the rest is really simple. So the crushed stone is going to go one direction. Crushed stone is going to go out there. And the crushed ore is going to go out in the other direction. And they're both going to be using both items. Both sides of the belt. That's what they'll do. They'll both use both sides of the belt. So then I can take an assembly machine. And I can bring 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. We'll do 4 assembly machines right there. We will get rid of that. I don't think we need 4, actually, because we've got the equivalent of 2 on our other setup. Alright, let's play it. We'll play it safe. We will put 4 of them in here. So this one does need a recipe on it. This one, our recipe is going to go resource refining. We're going to be making stone in there. So we've got 4 of these making stone. We will put a belt along to the middle of that one. And I will have inserters coming out onto those over there. We're going to want some power. Start putting some power lines down so that I can see what we're doing. There we go. And I'll put power lines down here as well. We want to put 1 over there, and we want to put 1 over there. And then we want to do the same up on this side. That goes up like that. Right. Power lines coming in. This is good. So far, so good. And then we're going to want some of these. So I will put those all the way along over here. Now, unfortunately, we don't have electric furnaces just yet. We've only got these furnaces, so we're going to have to make do with these. That's fine. We can still do it with these. We want to put a load of these in here. I need to make more inserters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. We got 100 inserters being made right there. And I'll keep us out of mischief for a little bit. And there. So I've got them all the way along there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do one more so that we've got 12 in a line. That's probably going to be too many, to be honest, but we'll put them in there anyway. And there is our new system that we've got, our new output system. So next I'm going to want to have inserters, but what I'm going to do with these inserters is these inserters are going to be done very specially so that we've got an even feed on our belt. That's quite an important thing for me to have. So I will take that one right there, and then the offset, I'm going to offset to the near side on that one there. You can see where the output little yellow arrow is on there. I'm zoomed in as much as I can get. You can just make it out there. If I put a belt along here like this, you should be able, it will probably show up a little bit better on the belt, if it will or not. And then that, yeah, you can see it on the belt right there. You can see, and then that arrow is slightly in. So I need to copy this, and I'm going to copy that out onto every other one, like that, and that one over there. So it will feed that belt evenly, and we will have the copper running onto both sides, or copper, the iron, all of them, all of the different ores, they will run onto the correct side of the belt. We'll have both sides crammed full. So the only extra thing that we're going to want on here is a supply of coal coming into these, and that's where we have a slight issue. That is where I have a slight issue with what I've done here. Because I've either got to put the coal onto this belt, which will stop me from being able to have it loading on both sides, or I got to do it slightly different. Now, this is probably too much. Unless, well, actually, by the time we upgrade our belts, this does allow us to upgrade the belts a bit. We don't upgrade very much else, but it does allow us to upgrade the belts. This is why I plan my things out. I do my builds, I lay them out like this. And you can see up here, we've now started having some extra bits being put out. It's all going through, it's feeding through, so we've now started doing the mechanical refining. So we're going to be done on that soon, which is excellent. What we will do over here, just to speed this up a bit, is we're going to go along over here. Well, not to speed it up, just to change things around ever so slightly. And we need to remove all of these. They got to be lifted up out of the way. Like that. And they've actually got to be put back. They've got to go higher up. I'm thinking I will do this system with 8 of these instead of what I have done. You're going to go up by 2 more before I do any changes. So it was there, 1. Yes, 2 more. There. I got a bigger gap on here now. That's what I want. And I'll go over to this side. I'll do a bigger gap over on this side as well. We'll run that through. And then I can go and take these burner ore crushers. I will put 1 there and 1 there. And then I'll put 1 out on each side over here like this. So you come out, you come out, you come out, and you come out over to there. We'll set the rest of those up in a minute, because what I've now got is the ability to go and put a new belt in over here like this. And no, I don't. What was I going to do there? What was the advantage of that? I've got the belt. No, see, I've got that power pole there. I can put the power pole all the way down here and put it down on that side. I still got to I'm going to have to spread those out. In order to make this work properly, I'm going to spread them. I don't want to spread them out. This is why I don't like the coal-fed stuff. It's an absolute jolly nuisance. Okay, new plan then. That one, if he goes in, he can take. We're going to have to redesign all of these. We're going to have to lift all of this lot in order to make this work. So I didn't need to move that lot up. Didn't need to go higher with that. That could have stayed where it was without making any difference whatsoever, because instead I got to move this lot. And I'll remove these as well. Like that. We can go and change that bit. You didn't need to be changed. You didn't need to be changed at all. You could have stayed where you are. Not that it matters. We will leave the new construction bit out where it is now. And I won't worry about it. So I want to make 6 of those right there. So I will have a bigger setup down here. We've got 8 we've got 8 crushers coming down on this side. Just want to make for those, wait for those to make. I got one more that I want to make down there, and then that one is, there we go. Right, I can drop those 2 into there. So we'll have 8 here, like that. We'll do 4 on each side. I may end up needing to do a bit more than this in order to be able to make them all work properly. And you can run along there like that. There, excellent. And then we can go through and we can put the power poles in as well. So I want 2 on here. 2 on here, 2 on here, and 2 on here as well, like that. So I've got a power supply that goes through all of them. Now, the next bit that I need to do is I need to bring this one in here. I've got to have 2 of those in there, and then I've got to leave a gap, and I've got to do that. So we have to go along, and we need to leave a gap of 1 between... No, I don't. I don't need to do that at all. That's slightly wrong. I need to do 4, and then I need to leave a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then leave a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, leave a gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, like that. Now, I'm not going to be able to have quite so many furnaces if I just leave it on this. So we could either extend it out a bit, or we can leave it like this and just have it on that. Furnaces, let's make a few more. It's not really going to hurt whether we've got a couple extra. Right, so there, I've now got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of these instead of 12. We'll leave it with 10. I've got 8 of those, so we'll leave it with 10 of these for a minute, and we'll see how well that works out. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but what we're doing here is I put a power pole in between each of those, like that, and then that gives me an even spread all the way through. I want more power poles in here. Let's go make a few of them. And I want these to come in like this. So I put these into pairs. Well, they're not quite into pairs, are they? They can go out like that. And then... I was just wondering what the best way to do it. If I... Well, I suppose actually I can just put these down exactly the same as I've gone and put the other power poles. And then everything's covered like that. And then I want to go back into here, and I want to make sure that I change the offset on every other one of these. So I want to copy that offset there, and I want to paste it onto the near side one on each of these like this. So I got that one, 2, 3, 4, and 5 have had the offset changed. So I've now got half of those inserters putting the material onto the near side of the conveyor, and half of them putting it onto the far side of the conveyor. Up here, I still need to change these around. I want one of these pickup position up there. So that pickup position is that belt up there, and this pickup position is the near belt. So you can see there where we've got the pickup positions. So if I copy that bit and I go in here with the second inserter from each of these furnaces, I'm then picking up the material that's coming in, and that's going to be coal infeed right there. So we've got coal infeeding into those furnaces. We don't need coal being fed into any furnaces anywhere else. Now, the only other thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I've got plenty of space to go and store this stone. We already know that the small chests that we can make over here, the logistics, iron chest, that one's got 32 stacks available in it. This one here has 60 stacks available in it. However, that one takes a 4x4, a 2x2, rather than this one, which is a 1x1. So if we were to make a few more iron chests like this, what we can do is you can actually just put a line of iron chests down like that and put several in. Or you could put a few down. That's got 60 stacks. Instead of the 32 stacks. I'd have to put several of those in, and there's a lot of materials needed to make one of them, plus iron chests anyway. So I prefer doing this with the iron chests, and this is future-proofing. This is giving us a lot of spare material to go in here. By the time we filled all of these up, I am hoping that we will have reached the point. Let's do 4 chests on each run. The time we fill all of those up, I'm hoping we'll have reached the point where we'll have researched landfill, and then we can start converting some of the stone into landfill. That's the ultimate goal on this. So now we need to put a whole load of inserters into this one here. Mechanical refining is well over halfway done now for research. That is all underway up there. That is absolutely fantastic. This is all underway up here. We can remove those belts there. So we'll have 8 crushers on this. And if we have a look into F9 in here and we go to craft... no, back. I'm going to go there so I can select the craftable item that I'm wanting to craft. Burner ore crusher crafting speed 1. Ore crusher crafting speed 1.5. So it increases the speed that it works by 50%. So we will gain already 50% output, and I've only got 4 of them, so I'm doubling it up, and then it's half as much again. So we're essentially going to be working with the equivalent of 10. That's what it's going to be. Our system let's go into the map. Our system that we've got working up here, we've got 4 of these. With 1.5 times the speed, the output that we will be getting we've doubled up the number of them, so there's going to be 8 of them, and then you add half as much again onto that, onto the 8, so that'd be 12. It's actually 3 times. We're going to be outputting 3 times the quantity that these are. So it's going to be 3 times the amount of stone that's coming out. We're going to want a lot more mining drills. That's another thing that we're going to need to make, so that we've definitely got enough materials sort of flowing through. But we'll deal with that in a minute. So we've got power supply on everything. Everything now has got power. We haven't got a recipe on those. We'll put the recipe on afterwards. We don't need a recipe set on any of these. We do have a recipe set on those. That is all set up. The only bit that I've still got to do is put power down on these underneath. I'll put 1 here and 1 here like this, and then I will do the same over here and here. So that is 4 power poles, and that is covering power on every single one of those 16 chests that we're going to want there. Now, I'm going to need to do this times 4, which means I'm going to need quite a few materials constructed ready to actually do this. So when we start off, we want 16 chests. I've got 1 there, so if I make 3 more stacks, that makes the next lot. I then need another 32 chests. I've only got material for 20, so I'll have to go and get some more in a minute. But I'm also going to need a whole load more assembling machines. 12 more assembling machines. I've got 6. So we can make a few of those. Actually, that'll be enough assembling machines. I'm going to need a load of those. I'm going to need the upgraded ore facility, so we'll worry about the upgraded ore facility in a bit, but I've now got that ready to make my blueprint from. I'm going to leave it as it is for a second. I'm not going to do any differences on that. I'm not going to make any differences to that at all. One thing that I have done wrong was I've got that one going into the side of there. That's going to cause a blockage, so we want to, as that's the last point is picking up, we can remove that belt so that the coal goes no further on there. And there is our basic blueprint. We will change those over when we have the new upgraded or burner or the new upgraded crushers. Because actually we could go and have a look at what is needed to make those. The ore crusher right there, craft, does not actually require us to use the burner ore crusher to build, but we are going to need production blocks to be able to make it, along with mechanical blocks, construction blocks, and so on. We'll end up doing that manually rather than doing it any other way. So I'm going to take those 2, and I'm going to place them down there, and then I'm going to dig them up again. And we get the individual components back instead of the burner ore crushers, which is a good thing. We can then use those individual components. Well, unfortunately, that is all we've got time for. We will come back tomorrow, and we will carry on with the Bat Challenge, continue trying to make 1,000 of absolutely everything. But we'll also take a little short break and try to catch me a door flurp. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.